Hey everyone, this is Coach Sybil Kears, and I'm coming very quickly to do a tutorial for how to get access to your account with IPC. IPC is now known as IP Cloud. If you still had funds when it was IPC, it is now called IP Cloud, and you will go to ipcloud.app and it will bring you to what you see here. So, depending on what platform you're going to use, whether it's iPhone or Android, that will be what you will select. Okay, I'm touching Android because I have an Android phone, and notice that the APK is now downloadable. All right, so as you can see, the file downloaded. I'm going to it disappeared. Well, if you don't know, you hit your menu button, go to downloads, and you should see the last thing that downloaded. All right, so now notice that it's bringing up this message, which is very important. I don't know what browser you're using, but I'm using Chrome. So I'm going to hit settings. You have to allow this source. Okay, you got to allow it. Notice at the top it says install unknown apps. So I've allowed it, and now it's saying, do I want to install? It does not require any special access. I'm going to hit install. Now, for you iPhone users, from what I was made to understand, there is some additional steps. I don't have an iPhone. I may try to do it on my iPad later so I can kind of work something out for you guys that are Apple users. But from what I understand, there's some additional security measures that has to take place in order for the app to download. Okay, but as of right now, this is mostly Droid based. So this is what the app looks like. Notice it's the very last thing on this page. It says IP Cloud. All right, and when you open it up, this is what you're going to see. It's going to ask you for your username. The password is going to be defaulted to 12345 or 123456. It's in the announcements, and I'll try to put a screenshot of it in the comments, okay? But whatever that password, generic password is, plus whatever email address you originally used to sign up with your IPC account is what you will type in here. Once you do that, you will be prompted to change your password. All right, so let me try to log in real quickly. All right, so I clicked on open, and now you are here. So whatever email address you have associated with your IPC account, you type that same email address here. The default password, so that you can log in to change your password, is going to be 123456. The default password will be sent to you by your sponsor. Okay. If you don't know what it is, then you definitely want to get with the sponsor so that they can get that information to you. Okay. For security purposes, I don't want to say it on this video. All right, so once you log in, you'll be able to see your funds. You'll be able to see where it says withdraw, deposit, and all that good stuff, okay? So hold on as I log in. All right, so hang on, I hit the wrong button. I've logged in. Notice my account balance. It is showing me what it's worth in Bitcoin. If you want to conceal that, just hit the I, and then you won't have it shown or displayed. All right. So what I'm going to draw your attention to is the 4 icons that are down here. I'm touching all of them, but I want to draw your attention to me. It's all the way to the far right at the bottom. When you go there, go to Service Center, and notice now you have the option to get a transaction password, Google verification, and your login password. Touch on Edit next to login password. Now, the default password is what will go here for your old password, and then you will type your new password, okay? All right, so I have everything typed in. I'm going to hit submit, and notice to log me out. So at this point, you use your email address and the new password that you set, and then hit login, and you will be able to access your account. Now, from what I have been given, you will need to wait at least 24 hours from the time that you change your password for you to be able to initiate any transactions. As you saw, I'm going to log in, but as you saw, there was an option to revise your current password, but there was also a Google, and there was also a transaction password. And so you will be allowed to set those because you'll need those to be in place before you can do any withdrawals. Okay, so you're going to need the authenticator and you're going to need a transaction password. And so for some of you who may be new to what that is, you have your login password to access your back office. But for all transactions, you would have a different password that you would set. I recommend a different password. You don't have to, but my recommendation is you have something different than your login information for added security. Okay, so anytime you would do a withdrawal, you would have to enter that transaction password to confirm that it's you and you are authorizing that transaction to take place. And then, of course, you'll have your Google Authenticator as an added or second step of verification. So make sure you go in, go to Me, go to Security Center, set your transaction password that's shown right there at the top, and then your Google verification, which is the Google Authenticator, you would have that set up, okay? And once you do that, then you should be able to go to home and hit withdraw, and this should not pop up because you would have done those security measures, okay? All right, so because I've already logged in, I did set up my Google verification, so I am going to go through that process. But if this is your first time, you may not see that option. All right, so as you can see now, I'm logged in. If you notice, you have a bell up at the top with some notifications. This is where you will have information as a message center. Notice the scrolling thing under the deposit and withdrawal is like system update. If you click on that bar, it will take you to all of the new announcements, okay? All right, and then if you down at the bottom, there's a tab that says Me. You want to go to Me and click on that sign in. You get CP for daily check-ins. You get 10 CP. I'm not really clear what that means at this point, but I did it anyway. All right. Also, there are the announcements, the security center, where you can change your password, your transaction password, and your Google verification. When you click on Google verification, it will pull up and give you the code that you will need to go into Google Authentication, paste it, and then you'll come back, type the code into the IP Cloud app, okay? Pretty much a similar process as any other app that uses it. All right, so let me show you. My balance up here at the top shows you how much Bitcoin I have and what I have in USD. You scroll down, the very last thing is IUSD, and there is my balance, right? So this is how much money I had left in IPC before the conversion, okay? If you try to discover and you try to do a swap, IUSD is not offered, okay? So we're unable to swap for a different token at this time using the IUSD that they placed our funds in. Click on IPC mining, which is the middle tab. There's going to be another screen that comes up that's telling you to activate now. Activate it. It's going to give you a disclaimer that they're going to give access to your account for the IPC mining. You allow it, and then it will open up showing you what the stipulations are for mining, okay? So as you can see here, it is telling you that you have to confirm the USDT payment amount at the top. And then underneath it shows you the available amount of USDT you have. So notice mine is 0. So now I want to go and show you how you can change that balance amount to reflect whatever you have to do a deposit. So we're going to hit the back button and go back to home. And notice here on the screen it says deposit. You will select deposit. You will select USDT. And whichever platform or network you choose to use, TRC20 is my choice. At that point in time, you would copy your link address, okay, and then you would go to whatever platform that you are going to use to deposit your USDT. Once that transaction is completed, you will then see a balance for USDT. Go back to Discover, click IP mining, activate now, allow, buy now, and you will now then see a balance available for USDT. Now you are able to move forward with this type of a transaction of IPC mining, okay? So just notice that is giving you the option to combine your IUSD as a combination payment. So your IUSD is what was carried over from IPC. That's the format our funds are in, right? And so whatever available balance you have, you can add a portion of it to your deposited USDT and then allow that to be a part of that particular transaction or contract, okay? Just note down here that the ratio of IUSD cannot be higher than 50% of the total order amount. So what does that mean? All right. If you were to have deposited $1,000 of USDT, and now you are here ready to do the transaction, you will not be able to add more than $500 of your IUSD to the amount, because that would be more than 50% of the total order amount. Okay, so you won't be able to deposit $100 and then add all of your funds to do it. They're not going to allow you to do that, apparently, from that notation. So plan accordingly and just understand that at this point, there is no information regarding how long this transaction or contract is for. The only information that I have that I see from this site is that you will receive 300 to 500% of your return. How long it is for, I don't have that information. I did see somewhere from an unconfirmed source that it will be a year. Again, I did not see that information on the IP cloud information that was provided. Okay. There's a lot of subscription rules here. If you scroll down, make sure you read this stuff. Read over it, okay? If you click buy now, there's a sales agreement option. And I'm just scrolling through. So there's a lot of literature here. You want to make sure you fully comprehend everything that's listed there before you make any decisions, deciding if this is the right thing for you, okay? So as you see, there is a lot of literature. I'm not going to read over it for this video, but you are more than welcome to when you get in your back office. So that's the latest updates that I have, and I will continue to try to keep you informed as we move forward in this wonderful crypto space. I just want to go back and I want to click on Earn. The Earn tab opens up another window, and you can earn BNB by snapping up. All right. They say it's a guaranteed principal and interest, stable profit without loss, 3 levels of income. The longer the deposit, the higher the income. Okay, they're telling us that you have a 30-day yield rate, 10, 20, and 30-day yield rate. It's flexible and convenient. You can deposit and withdraw anytime with different income on different schedules. And they even break down that you get, if you pledge 10 days, you yield 0.67%. Pledge 20 days, 1.68%. And 30 days is 2.38%. Okay. Yielded the next day. So The purchase rules are outlined, and basically the calculations for the interest is documented, and the settlement rules are clearly stated. They even give you the timeline that if you were to do the order today, which is the 19th of May, by the 29th, that's how much you will have earned, 0.67. By June 8th, you would have earned 1.68, and by the 18th, you would yield 2.38. And the automatic settlement of the principal and interest will be made available on June 18th, 2022. Okay, so that's clearly stated. It also gives you the risk warning and disclaimers and disclosures. So basically, BNB is one of the ways to earn. Bitcoin is another way to earn. Ethereum is another way to earn. And USDT is another way to earn. So if you were looking to try to make some additional money with IPC, that is one of the things that they have available. I'm going to go back. When you select buy now, it'll let you know what the information is. If you click buy now, it will clearly tell you you don't have enough BNB or whatever token it is. So again, the way to have that available, you would need to go back to home. You would make a deposit in one of those tokens that you were deciding to earn with IP Cloud. And so you would make sure that you do a deposit for whichever one that you decide to earn or snap up, as they put it with, okay? So that's pretty much all I have as an update. I saw the market caps, but again, there's not really much. This is just informational, letting you know what each token that they have listed here is doing on the market, what the 24-hour highs and lows are, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's pretty much the update that I have for IP Cloud. Hopefully this was a benefit to you. Hopefully this has helped you. All right, so thank you for tuning in. This is Coach Sybil Kears, and like, sharing the video, guys. Definitely send it to someone who may need this information, okay? I'm always happy to share what I know and what I have come across, and I try to make sure that this information is given out as precisely as possible, okay? So, guys, appreciate you, and as always, much love and success. God bless.